Wassail, beautiful people. Hello, everyone. I just did a beautiful reading, very powerful reading that will be available on the SoundCloud. The link will be in the description box. If you just click on the More button, it'll open up. That was to do with an opportunity that has arrived or is coming, in which you will find yourself standing in front of this cosmic mirror that I talk about. I had 2 mirrored numbers from the 4 cards. So I had 1551 and 2772. So the lower ones being 9s, that divinity energy of the Tesla code, that piece of magic from the divine that is the missing piece to some kind of jigsaw you've been working on for so long. It was such strong energy. So pop across and listen to that. So we have the 2 decks. There's no notion of where we would like to try and delve. This is free falling with the divine. What's the message that's waiting to come out and speak to us? Oh, you see, now we have Eeyore 28, Destiny, the World Serpent. So this is about walking forward to embrace a destiny. It does feel a lot like stepping forwards to embrace that cosmic mirror that's available, that just came out in that SoundCloud napkin. And then we have Nide. There's something here about stepping towards something that's almost not just in darkness, but something unknown. It's coming across very much as a moon energy from the tarot deck. So that notion of there being things that you're not aware of, but you've got to be fearless and step towards the unknown. And then we have Awakened. So that's interesting because all 3 cards total 10. Eeyore 28 is 10. Nide is 10. Wacken 6-4 is 10. So this is a 10-10-10. There's something here about shedding skins, like the snake sheds a skin. So often I talk about that notion that the Ouroboros, or the Uberos as I like to call it, is the thing that holds you in the current physical linear dimension that you're experiencing. And you have to wrestle with the cosmic snake and get it to let go of its own tail so that it can shed that skin, shed that dimensional reality, and then be reborn or born into a new dimensional linear frequency. So there's something about the fact that we have this binary 101010, bringing everything down to a much simpler format to move forwards. Nide is the war rune, the fear tune. So that gripping of the snake on its tail is the fear of transformation, the fear of embracing change. And the fact that that's the central card means that that's somehow this central issue here. And then Wakened is the animal totem. Here, the animal being the serpent, the cosmic serpent, the earth serpent. It's almost so. The very earliest images of the Ouroboros were found in the Book of the Dead in Tutankhamun's tomb. And there was one over the lower half of the body and one over the chest and the head area. And that talks about there being 2 snakes. So one that is the energy frequency, the superhighway of your molecular structure, your DNA, your physical atoms, and the other one being your divine cosmic serpent that comes down and unites in the body, in the heart. But although we're alive, we're also slightly sleepwalking. And so this is about becoming really alive in the real world, acknowledging you in the natural world around you, small reflective mirrors, surfaces, patterns, shapes that exist in the natural world that are echoes of your origins, past lives, future lives. It's like you're trying to be given a map or a document of recognition of your complete oneness, and how you keep being a oneness and birthing, oneness and birthing, oneness and birthing. It's a repeating cycle. So let's pick up the Musical Alchemy of Astrology deck and see what we get here. I'm hoping for 3 cards, but who can say? So what message would you like to add? So first of all, we have Moon in Libra and Virgo. Eased emotional justice and condensing ideas. So there's something of sighing with relief. And as you sigh with relief, it clears the mind. So Virgo is distillation. So that's always to do with refining all kinds of different things around you in your world, in your breathing space. I'm just looking to see, we have a minor third, so we have F sharp and A and G sharp. F sharp, G sharp, A. That is telling me about a singing exercise that I used to work with people to teach you how to move sound and the resonances from your heart to your throat to your third eye. So this is an exercise in moving your frequencies into this new dimension that's being opened and offered. And then we have Quicksilver. And that's interesting because Virgo is ruled by Mercury. Quicksilver is Mercury. This is becoming an open, flexible channel. So that's returning to that notion of opening the snake's jaws so that it can let go of the current dimensional reality in which you exist. This is a rhythm change. So it's a change of pulsing in the dimension. You're going from a very static 3/4, a kind of lovely waltz energy, and you're going into 6/8, which is a much more of a gig or a jig of life. Something is transforming. The rhythms, they're not taking up more space in time, but they're pulsing in a new rhythm. Oh my goodness. And then we have Mercury. And we have antimony, the wolf and the snake. So we have 2 energies, Quicksilver and Mercury. So the snake charmer's flute, it's like it's talking about you have the ability now. You have the understanding to charm your snake. It's not about wrestling to break the jaw open. This is almost speaking a linear transformation in your own life. And antimony coming as house 4 is about shaping the house of your true desires and destiny. So Moon in Libra has soft and hard. So this is about softening your understanding of the world in which you exist. Virgo, I am refined or I am unsophisticated. Musical chemistry. So softening the melodies, softening the harmonies, the things before. And this is when you move to the throat and we get this Virgo, Quicksilver, Mercury. This is to speak a new reality. Tell the world, tell yourself, tell your molecules, tell your guides, tell your ancestors you are ready to move to the world that you shape and not the memory of what has been shapes. Again, look at this reading that I did earlier that's over on SoundCloud. I think it will be really helpful to you to see what came out in those cards. So I am flexible, I am charming and durable, as opposed to being rigid, awkward and temporary. But it's also talking about, with that easing of the harmonies around you, that the rigid world in which you think you are fixed and anchored is not your truth. You can transform and shift to some kind of new dimensional reality of your own composition. Let's just get a few more Liffruma. Well, that one's landed right on the recording device. Towardsness and Feo. So it's kind of like, again, you need to move towards this frequency of a bounded world of your creation, not the bounded world of the creation of others' inheritances, but creating your own space of new wealth, space of new livestock. Think of everybody as being part of the farm in which your future farm, in which you're trying to move towards. All of the complications, the briars, are linked back to the your energy. By easing and charming that snake, you're moving your frequency towards a future of your own shaping. And I want to say, because of the poetry on Feo, there's something here in that frequency that talks all the time about this new dimension is almost, it couldn't scream louder at you for you to notice this other space in which you can reside and live in a way that is truer to your desires, your dreams, and your magic. Because if you want to achieve this, you've got to believe that the magic exists around you, but that you don't ordinarily see it. So just a few more cards from the Musical Alchemy Astrology deck to end this reading. Oh, and there, Mooning Ophiuchus. That is one of the cards from the Cosmic Mirror reading over on the SoundCloud. Embracing Source. Being taught a higher dimensional reality, being shown, maybe embracing something in a sacred stillness. And I want to say, it's not that you need to be in a sacred stillness. There's something here about when you embrace that moment, it's because it is there in a sacred stillness, just in front of you, a breath away from you. If you decide to talk to all of the energies around you and say, I'm ready to be in this new frequency. The mystical frequencies of fate, the galactic dividends that belong to you, embrace them, because those dividends are source given. They're sourced. Let's just see one last card, perhaps. Oh my goodness, it's 2 cards. It's Saturn and Jupiter. So there's something here because of the Saturn and Jupiter great mutation that took place on, again, another cosmic mirror, the 21st of the 12th, 2020. And obviously what's really interesting about these cards, and it was accidental, but they are cards 20 and 21. So they have within their formula of this great mutation energy into air that took place at 0 degrees of Aquarius. It's written all over this. This opportunity to reach this cosmic mirror comes now because Pluto has arrived at the 0 degrees of Aries, where Saturn and Jupiter had their great mutation, triggering the new epoch of air for the next 200 years. These are opportunities coming to us because the music of the spheres can now deliver them to us. So I would tune in to the sacredness of, you see this 1 0 1 0 1 0. The 0 is the cosmic egg of opportunity. This 0 degrees of Aquarius, where Pluto is now, Pluto will nip back out sort of in September, October, November, but then it returns for 20 years. That Jupiter energy, this is the frequency of a divine masculine cleansing coming to all of us if we take the opportunity to embrace the frequency of source. Now remember, source is everything. It's poi poi. It's the energy of the mind of the universe. The universe is mental, and we often feel quite mental, as we try to unravel the deep, esoteric, hermetic secrets of the cosmos. We can't understand them all, but we can at least embrace that magic that's just out there. It's touching us, it's within us, but we're not witnessing it. So this is the chance to open your eyes, charm everything around your world to see the majesty of the mind of poi poi, but in a new dimensional reality. So that's today's reading. Wassail, beautiful people.